Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're at to watch this video. I hope you have had a good day. I've had a really interesting day. I got to go to an avocado farm. And what I'd like to have you do for me, if you really would, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Doesn't cost you anything, you know. It helps YouTube figure out what to do with me. But yeah, I really would appreciate that. So let's go check out this next video. All right, I'm off the highway. I'm headed somewhere, probably up on that hill over there, I think, or on the backside of that hill, or somewhere over in that area. So we'll see what it looks like when I get there. Okay, let's see if I can remember how to get in here. When you start leaving the road. Kind of nice little places back here underneath all these trees. Oh man, it was the shocks. Ooh. Shit, anyway. Usually this gate here is closed. I don't know whether somebody just went through or it's not working or what, which is kind of nice. It looks like it's a little windy up here today. Woohoo! Oh boy. So, I don't know who's, I guess it's just the people that live up here have to make the decision on who's gonna grade it down. Okay, I'm gonna shut the camera off because I can't do this and film at the same time. So we're headed over to there. You can see all the avocado trees on the side of the mountain over there. And the house is up on top. So that's where I'm headed. So I got to go across this little valley here, around this valley, or whatever. And I got to get around this. How do I do this? I can't even film and drive. This is terrible. But it's, yeah, we're going all the way around this valley. Well, that's where I just made the last shot from. I came around that corner over there. And you can see the view they have from up here. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. So I'm still working my way to their front gate. And I think it's, yep, there we are. Okay. Gate closed, gate's closed. Okay. So I have to. There we go. Okay, I got here a little earlier than I planned. They're not here yet. They had to go down and pick up some more avocado trees. But yeah, it's a view. Ooh, awesome. What you can have is dirt road. But yeah, I'll have to wait till they get here so they can open up the gate for me and let me in. Alrighty. Okay, got through the gate. He gave me the code to get in. for you from the house. I'll edit this all out when we get ready. All right, I am at Zephyr Mountain Grove in Wildemar, California, and I'm sitting with Shane, who is the owner of the grove, and it's a avocado farm. How did you get into the avocado business?
Well, we kind of fell into it. My wife and I, Nicole, we had kind of a blended family, and we got together, and both of us had lived on property before, and kind of thought about getting back to living on property. And so we took the kids and had a regular home with a community, and just in a tract home situation. Thought, oh, that would be really good for them, to have that lifestyle a little bit, to be able to go out in the streets and play and stuff. But it really didn't happen that way. So we thought, well, we want to give the kids a little bit more of land to run around on, and kind of that lifestyle. And for us, we wanted more land, so maybe we could get some animals and different things like that.
So you have approximately 20 acres?
22 acres.
22 acres on a mountain in Wildemar.
Yeah.
And you guys saw the road coming in and I left. So.
Yeah, so we started looking for land. We thought about building on a property because there's some hills that was near the house that we were at, and stumbled across this property. And
well, what did you know about avocados?
I knew nothing.
so you buy 22 acres of avocados and you don't know how to do anything with them.
No. And we actually planted an avocado tree in our backyard. But I think the zone and the area and the heat and, we really didn't do research, 100% on, what we needed to grow the avocado.
So you did a lot of Google?
Yeah.
You did a lot of Googling to figure out what it takes to...
Well, as soon as we decided on purchasing the house, and then realized it came with several acres of avocados, we started really growing and thinking about what we were gonna do, next steps. And I started just reading and learning everything I could, trying to find everything I could about.
Now, what I understood was that the previous owner had pretty much let it go, and you had a lot of maintenance to have to bring it back up to where you could.
Yeah, the property has actually been here since 1980s. There's a pretty well-known farmer in the area that owned the property. And this whole area was avocado groves before, and then I think through the progression of owners, some had let it go, and then the prior owner was kind of, bringing it back, but then, over the sale of the house started kind of letting it go as well.
Didn't maintain it.
Wasn't
maintain it. So besides having to learn how to do avocados, you had to learn how to
bring things back.
Bring everything back. And
yeah.
Now you are a organic farmer, basically.
Yeah.
No pesticides.
There's a certain level of pesticides that you can do within organic certification, but we don't.
Oh, okay. Okay. So basically, now how many different types of avocados do you raise?
Right now we have 9 different trees.
9?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was that many different types of avocados.
Yeah. And our goal is to, kind of go beyond the organic certification more into a regenerative organic, which is kind of a next level, where, like you were talking about, the pesticides and different things like that, you utilize more of natural environments. So, like we introduced like lacewing bugs that will fly around and eat, the bugs that will harm our trees. We also have owl boxes to, deal with the rodent population.
Right.
We try to introduce and cultivate the wildlife, or the positive things to kind of combat the negative things.
Now, one of the avocados you have, and I had never heard of this, you don't have to peel it.
Nope.
You can just eat it. You can eat it like an apple.
Yeah.
And what's the name brand?
That one's a Mexicola avocado. We actually have some right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys ever heard of that? I've never heard of an avocado that you didn't have to peel.
Yeah. So it's a dark skin when it
Right.
gets to ripen.
I've seen them.
It's almost like a black. Even on the tree, it'll be that color. It looks like an eggplant, actually.
I don't know. That doesn't fit too well. Besides raising avocados, you kind of got into an endeavor of, I think you started with chickens?
Yeah, so my wife's a lover of animals, and her, ultimate goal is to rescue animals. But, we kind of just started, we have the land. We had a little bit of a section that was semi-built out for like a coop and a run. And I had to, build and structure that so it's a little bit more secure. And so we started with chickens.
Did you know anything about raising chickens?
Nope.
Because I know I've seen video where you guys were hatching chickens, incubating them and hatching little chicks.
Yep.
But you didn't know anything about that.
No, between, my wife, does a lot of the research for the animals. And, so she'll kind of research that. I'll research a little bit, but.
Now you've got, besides chickens and chicken eggs, and you've got guinea hens?
Yeah, we have guinea fowl. Chickens, I don't know how many different varieties of chickens that we have.
Now you turn those loose in the grove for being around the trees and stuff to help take care of some of the bugs and stuff.
Yeah, so that's part of kind of the regenerative aspect, which is, allow them to free range throughout the trees, and then they'll scratch the ground.
So that's where you get the whole idea of free range chicken.
Yeah. Yep.
But you've also acquired some other animals. I think I hear you have a couple pigs.
Yeah, we rescued 2 potbelly pigs. So we have those in a separate section.
And you've got ducks.
We have ducks, geese.
And eggs, duck eggs.
Duck eggs, yep. Yeah. All varieties, yeah.
So, and one of the things that I understand that you were trying to do is become a rescue to where you filed for the paperwork for that.
We started on that path of becoming a rescue, but the amount of money that you have to put into it is
a little bit beyond what you were capable of doing.
Yeah, that and in order to be a rescue, there's a certain percentage of donations that you have to have financially, and so in order to get to those donations, we realized we would have to really do a lot of work on our end for promoting, doing events and stuff where people would donate. And we just didn't see that as a capacity, especially where we're at, because we're quite a bit up a hill that you saw.
Yeah, you saw the road that we drove in on. So, tell you what, let's go out and see what it looks like.
Yeah.
What do you think? Yeah, I saw that when I drove in. There was a bunch of avocados laying down at the bottom of the hill there.
This is our chicken coop here. That's where most of the chickens come running out.
Well, hello there, you guys. What are you doing? Huh? That's almost like a petting zoo. Oh yeah, look at all the avocados on the ground. And that was all because of the wind.
And then the winds. So we had to develop a space for when we were hatching our own chickens, kind of a growing up space, because we have the bigger coop over here, and then we installed this so that we have a spot for the chicks. Yeah, the chicks
once
get
they
a little
hatch.
bigger, we can come and bring them in here and kind of contain them.
All right.
This is our other duck and chicken area. So this is where the ducks and the geese live. All in here, it's all built out with fence and hot wire up top so that we can keep the wild animals out.
Keep any of the coyotes or any of the predators that might.
It's pretty messy right now because of the wind, so it's going to be a matter of cleanup after these winds.
Just don't let the chickens out, huh?
One of our biggest avocado trees here. It's probably one of the original avocado trees from the 1980s. It's a Fuerte avocado, which is good for pollinating all our Haas avocado trees.
Well, that's why I was surprised. I remember as a kid growing up that most of the avocado trees were huge.
Yeah.
But you look around here and they're not. They're not as big as...
Well, when they get this size, they get very hard to harvest because they're so big. So it costs a lot more to harvest a tree this size, so you want to keep them a little bit smaller.
This is Nicole and Blaze. They're out here taking care of the animals. You're a hard worker there.
Hey.
Oh, look at the avocados just laying on the ground. Too bad the wind had to blow so bad, huh?
Watch your head on that.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna get...
So we put these cameras up here too to help with monitoring the wildlife, different things like that, so that we can see
I've seen
what's going
one
on.
of the cameras that you were showing, you know, bobcat and coyotes and everything else.
That's this one. They like to come in here and they hear the ducks and the geese and everything. We've had quite a bit taken, and that's part of the process of us hatching and kind of, you know, restocking the animals that we have. But down here we have our piggery.
Your piggery?
We call it the piggery.
The piggery,
We
huh?
got the duckery.
The duckery, chickenery, now a piggery. Didn't I see something about a goat somewhere at one time?
We had 2 sheep. Yeah.
Oh, 2 sheep.
We had a sheep, a ram and an ewe, but they were a little bit too much for what we can handle. And so we still have this space, but we're looking to get some goats. I think that'll be something easier that we'll be able to handle. And then the goats we can manage with maybe some temporary fencing to go in and out of the trees, and they can keep the weed population down. And you know, when they scratch the ground and poop and different things like that, it creates pretty good soil.
It's kind of like old McDonald's farm here.
Yeah. Wilbur and Bruno.
Wilbur and Bruno.
Yeah. They got their little
Let me get down here.
silky friends, their roosters. This is where we started. When we hatched, we had too many roosters. It was creating an imbalance. And so we brought some roosters down here to hang out with the pigs. It's been pretty successful because they're really hanging out together well.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a companion.
Yeah. So we built this space out when she rescued these guys. They were originally in the backyard for a little bit, and then we built this out for them. It's been good. It's a good spot down here. It's been a spot that we've looked at for a long time about having some animals down here. There's great oak trees couple avocado trees, but most of the livestock can't be around the avocados because the avocados are toxic to them.
Right, right.
So that's the balance of struggling with getting livestock that can help out with the farm. But most animals can't be around the avocados, so the way we're going to approach it is, you know, we'll have to do kind of prescribed areas with electric fence, and we'll walk down here. I'll show you the area we have set up for the goats when we get them. Watch your step, it gets slippery. Did have the sheep down here, and so this is a work in progress right now. We had the sheep here, and then we built out this all electric fence here for them to kind of go out and graze and eat on, you know, the trees and different stuff like that. But the ram was too much. We'd go in there and he'd try and ram us, and it was difficult to manage. So our thoughts, we're gonna get some sheep, put them in here. We'll build out a small little barn for them to kind of go into. Nicole did the research on the size and the amount we would, you know, the size of it that we would need for a couple, you know,
sheep,
goats.
Yeah.
Well, we're moving towards goats, and then I'm writing a grant, a USDA grant. To have on the other side of the property, there's a big area over there, no avocado trees, and I would fence in that whole area, and we can have some more goats over there. They'd be able to free range, and then we would use this electric fence to put down through the trees, and then we could bring the goats in and they can just eat and chew all the weeds, and that would help them with their you know, the food they would need, because food for all these animals.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can't imagine how much it costs. I know how much it's just for one dog, and you're buying dog food for one dog, and let alone.
Yeah, so we want to let them free range as much as possible to keep that food. Yeah. This area right here, we don't have any avocado trees on this part of the property because it has a lot of the big oak trees and sumac trees, but there's a lot of oak trees in here, which is really good for the goats too. And the sheep, so all the leaves and the nuts that come off it. So, but this over here is all our hoss trees. There's some Zutano and Fuertes kind of mixed in there, but those are to help with the pollinating of the trees because of the way they flower.
Didn't know there was so much into raising avocados.
Nope. So it's been a learning experience for the past 3 years.
There you go.
Still learning every day, new things, and as I observe the farm and how it reacts every year, then we learned some new things and try out some new practices to see if we can, you know, promote more, you know, avocado growth and size, you know. Yeah,
that's too bad. The wind is blowing these things off because they're not quite.
Yeah, this is one of our lamb hosses. It's a mix of a hoss and another tree. It's great avocado. We only have about 4 of these trees, so they're more for us personally. So it's not that bad that they came off, but this is about the size that you would get in, and that's about the perfect size that we would want to grow. Just under a 48, like it'd be a little bit bigger, and then that'd be perfect to send out to the store, and that's the highest dollar amount that we would get back from the distributors. So,
how often do you have them come in and do a harvest? Is it just once a year? Or
we do a harvest, yeah, once a year. We do a U-pick starting this next month. We'll do a U-pick once a month and have them come in, and they'll pick some of the other varieties that we have, because those don't go to the market because they're thin skin, and we just don't have enough trees of those, but they're great avocados. So they'll come in, pick those, get a great price on an organic avocado. And then once the Haas avocados come into season, we'll let them pick a little bit of it. And then right around April, May, we bring in a crew, and the crew will just sweep the whole grove, pick them all up, put them in bins, send them out to the distributor, and then those go to market, and then we start all over for next year.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I don't know about anybody else. The only thing I ever knew about avocados was guacamole. So this has been quite a interesting experience here. Now you're going to do a U-pick on December 3rd, I believe I saw. So I will try to put a link in to your webpage for Zephyr Mountain, and I will put, I think I've got a picture. If I don't, I'll get a picture off of the internet of your, for the U-pick.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You know, if anybody's in the Wildemar area and they're going to come down, they can contact you guys on your website, right? And plan on coming in and pick your own avocados.
Yep.
Now, is that by the avocado itself, by a bag, by?
We do the pick by avocado. So they pick the size they want, you know, whatever they can get, and then they pay per avocado. So we haven't we kind of we'll do some research on the market price, and we try to stay under, you know, the market, you know, so
right, what's going on in the stores. Yeah,
get a great price for an avocado, an organic avocado, because they're all organic certified. And you know, people come up and we'll have some eggs and some of the other merchandise. And
now you mentioned that you also might have some avocado trees for sale.
Yeah, so we'll have some organic avocado trees in 5-gallon pots.
Right.
And so they could pick up and grow their own avocado tree at their house. But
there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys will have to make plans. If you're interested, come down to Zephyr Mountain Grove in Wildemar, California, and pick your own avocados. Maybe pick up a tree of your own, take it home, and you can grow your own avocados. You can make your own guacamole at home. So, all right, yeah, this is really, look at the view they got. Look at the view. I mean, that's looking down at the valley down here. A little windy up here today, but yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah.
Really nice.
They'll be able to pick in the U-pick.
He also has some dragon fruit that he's just starting to grow. So, you said you have about 50 of them now?
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, it's an all-around farm, folks. It's all around. He's got, you also have some oranges, lemons.
Yeah, we have quite a bit of citrus as well. We got some satsumas. We have mandarins. We have 3 different kinds of oranges, grapefruits, limes, pomegranates. We have a couple of macadamia nut trees.
Wow.
Fig. Quite a bit, and trying to diversify just outside of avocados and do some different things that we can grow and produce for the community.
There you got it. There you got it. I mean, this is an all-around farm. It really is. And you are not far from the city, really. You can leave here and be right down onto the interstate and nothing flat. So yeah, folks, if you're out and around, I will definitely post the link. There's some of the citrus fruit he's got.
Those are probably popular.
Okay, that was an interesting adventure there. I am now working my way back down the road to his gate, and then I will get back with everybody later. Okay? Have a good day. Talk to you. Bye.